Porto are one of the most known and exciting teams to watch outside the European top 5 leagues and are known to develop a very good and exciting young talents. So let's give them a quick rebuild and win everything that there is to win for this Porto team. And this is how the current Porto team are looking in this formation. We have some very exciting players, such as our striker Samu, who is 20 years old and already at the rating of 78. We have Costa in goal, who are of course a very well-known goalkeeper who is probably going to switch clubs this summer. It feels like he's been linked with a move away from Porto for years now. He's 84 rated and just 24 years old. Joao Mario here at the right back is decent, same with the two center backs, Perez and Otavio, and we also got Giallo, I do believe is on loan from Juventus, but I probably will not use my money to buy him. Mora as well is a decent young-ish left back, 24 years old, so not very young. However, he can still play some part in this rebuild. We have Varela, who is 22 years old, 79 rated, a very exciting player. Fabio Vieira here as the attacking midfielder. He is on loan from Arsenal, and I do think I actually will sign him on a permanent. We got Pepe as the right winger. I will develop him into a one if that doesn't take too much time, because I think he's more suited on the wing than in the attacking midfield spot. And then we need a left midfielder, because as you can see, it's a right mid player here and we don't really have anyone exciting. Yes, we have Mora, who is a very exciting player, but he's more of an attacking midfielder. He's 17 years old and 72 rated, so a very exciting talent. But let's find at least a left winger and also sell some of the squad players, because we don't need everyone here on the bench and reserves. And we have sold a lot of players, and some players maybe have some weird sales, but we sold Marcano to Como. Portugal has gone to another Portuguese team in Braga. Ramos has gone to a French team. Barrow has gone to Alaves. Jamie has gone to Real Betis. Fran Navarro has joined Brighton. Wendell has gone to Vitória Guimarães. I've sold Francisco Conceição. He's on loan in real life, and I do not see him stay at Porto. I feel like he's gone on a couple of loan deals now in the last few years, so he will probably be sold in real life to another European team. So he's gone to Borussia Dortmund in this save, and C. Pedro has gone to Brentford. And the first signing we have made at Porto is to sign Fabio Vieira on a permanent deal from Arsenal. He costed us 17 million euros. We have also signed another loan player on a permanent deal. This time it is the Argentinian center back Nguyen Perez from Udinese for 10.3 million euros. I know I said I wasn't going to buy this player on a permanent deal, but we had the money, we had more than enough money to do so. So I thought, why not, instead of risking that Juventus are terminating his loan deal, we have signed Thiago Giallo on a permanent deal for 10.2 million. And I am unsure if both he and Perez will be here for the long term, but at least we have both now to see if both of them can grow into quality players or if we need to replace them in the future. A fresh, new face is joining Porto. He is a Manchester United player as things currently stand in real life, and he is an attacking midfielder on the game. However, we will develop him or change his position to a left winger. It is, of course, Alejandro Garnacho. He has joined us from Manchester United for 22 million euros, and he will also be our last signing this first summer transfer window here at Porto. And this is how the Porto team are looking going into season number 1 of this rebuild, and we have some very exciting players that I know for a fact will be here for hopefully the full save, such as Samu, our striker. I hope Garnacho will stay here for this full rebuild as well. The same goes for Varela and Diogo Costa. Hopefully Otavio as well, but I am a bit unsure about the back four, including Mora. Otavio, yeah, hopefully he can get some dynamic potential going. Perez and Joao Mario and Giallo on the bench as well. I am a bit unsure if they will be good enough for the full rebuild. I hope some of them will, but I know for a fact not every one of them will. This central defensive midfielder Eustachio will probably not be here for too many seasons. Vieira, I like him in real life. I'm an Arsenal fan in case you didn't know, so I have a little soft spot for him, so I hope we can do well with him. And Pepe on the right wing is 27 years old, but he is the highest rated player in the team apart from Costa, so it will be interesting to see how the growth going. Maybe we can win the seasons. Are we better than Sporting and Benfica? I am unsure, but let's simulate the first season and see how well Porto are doing it. And you know what that means when we can't take a look at the tables right here because of the glitch that is when you are losing a cup final as the last game of the season. And we can see in the calendar we lost the UEFA Europa League final to Hoffenheim, unfortunately, so that is a shame. Hopefully we have won the league and maybe even a cup, but we will take a look at that after we have seen the growth in the team and the stats of the players. And some of the players have grown very nicely, such as Varela, who is up to 82, Samu is up to 81, Alejandro Garnacho has gone up 6 ratings. I do believe that is, I think he started at 77, so he's had a very good season. Pepe has gone up to 82, which is nice. Joao Mario also has gone up 3 ratings, which is great to see. And Diogo Costa in goal, 88 rated. Yeah, he is just a beast. The 2 center backs has also gone up 3 ratings each, with Diallo going up 2, so he's probably been the reserve center back. But yeah, it's been nice growth on all of the center backs as well. I would have liked to maybe see Vieira be 80, but I will give him at least 1 more year, maybe 2, but we will see. I'm unsure about which positions I want to sign. Maybe a left back because Mora has only gone up 1 rating, but I will take a look at that in the summer. And no wonder Alejandro Garnacho has gone up 6 ratings, 32 goals and 14 assists from the left wing position is just phenomenal from the young Argentinian. Pepe on the right has scored 24 goals and 10 assists, so a fantastic season by our right winger as well. Samu has had a disappointing campaign, only playing 36 games, which isn't really ideal. He scored 14 goals and got 1 assist, which is, yeah, it's pretty average to be honest. Varela from defensive midfield, 7 goals, 7 assists. Mora getting some game time, which is nice, 6 goals on him. And Dani Namaso has gone up 2 ratings, so he and Samu has been rotating. So 6 goals from the former English player, I do believe. Or am I maybe... I think he was English before, and his name was Loader or something. Please write in the comments if I'm completely wrong. But yeah, and we can see the Canadian defensive midfielder as well, getting 12 goal contributions. But yeah, Fabio Vieira, mate, what are you doing? 27 games. Maybe we have to look for a replacement straight away. Depends on the money we get. We will at least look for a new left back, and if we have a lot of money and we can find a clear replacement of Vieira, we'll probably find a new attacking midfielder as well. And to my surprise, we absolutely dominated the Portuguese league by winning the whole league with 87 points in just 34 games. We won it by 11 points ahead of Sporting, and how many points above Benfica is that? 26 points above Benfica, which is just phenomenal, scoring 82 goals, conceding 37 and losing just a single game, so we almost went unbeatable straight away. The Portuguese Cup was won by Vitória. Where did we go out? We lost. What happened in this Sporting game? 6-1. Losing 6-1 to Sporting in the semi-final, 7-1 on aggregate. That's just crazy. The Champions League was won by Atletico Madrid in a Madrid final, and the Europa League we of course lost to Hoffenheim in the final, which is a shame. Did we come up against any huge opponents? Besiktas, Athletic Bilbao, which is a decent win, Fenerbahce as well. But yeah, I would have liked to seen us win against Hoffenheim, but at least we won and absolutely dominated the Portuguese league. And we have a lot more money than I expected from the Portuguese league, 63 million euros. We will at least bring in 2 huge improvements to the team, maybe even 3 if that is possible. Our first signing in season number 2 here at Porto, it is a Spanish left back, and it is Sergi Cardona from Villarreal for 35 million euros. We have sold Marco Gurgi back to the Premier League. The former Liverpool player has joined Ipswich for 4.9 million. And another sale has been done. I ideally wanted to keep our starting left back for the last season in the team, as I felt like he was a better fit for us due to the age and rating. However, in order to improve another place in the squad, we had to sell Francisco Mora, and he has gone to Athletic Bilbao. Correct me if I'm wrong, but we have signed the former Porto captain. It is Ruben Neves, after spending some year at Wolverhampton and then moving to Al Hilal, I do believe he is at, in Saudi Arabia. He has returned back home to Porto and will play a key role in our team, and he will of course be our defensive midfielder ahead or together with Varela. He has joined the club for 42.6 million. And here is the team going into season number 2. I said I was going to look for an attacking midfielder to replace Vieira. However, I felt like it was more needed to sign a new defensive midfielder and also a left back. So hopefully Vieira and the 2 center backs can grow at least, because the rest of the team are looking very good. They are growing very nicely as well, and I do believe at least one of our center backs will grow very, very nicely this season as well. But the team is looking very fun and exciting. We of course signed Cardona, the Spanish left back. He has some very decent stats going forward and also defensive secure. He's 26 years old, so a bit on the older side, but he do have some more potential that is to be fulfilled, and hopefully you can have a good season so the dynamic potential reaches a lot higher as well. And then of course the big signing, Ruben Neves, has returned back to Porto after spending around 10 years away from the club, 8-10 years. I think he joined Wolverhampton in maybe 2017, but he's 28 years old, so another player a bit on the older side, but we got at least 5-6 years of him until he starts to go properly down in his rating. He is 85 rated, so a huge signing to this Porto team. Let's see if we come in back-to-back league titles and how well we can do it in the Champions League as well. Come on, Porto! Season number 2 here at Porto sees us win the Taça Portuguesa, which is of course the Portuguese Cup. We won 4-0 against Benfica in the final, so we absolutely destroyed them, which we love to see. And we also saw a glimpse of it. We won the Liga Portugal once again. Another season with just a single loss, 89 points. And Braga actually got 83 points, so they were just 6 points behind us, which is pretty close. I expected Sporting and Benfica to be a lot better than what they currently have been in the 2 seasons so far. So we are absolutely destroying the Portuguese league as well. The Champions League was won by Man City, beating Arsenal on penalties. And how close did we get? We came to the semi-finals. We just lost 3-2 against Arsenal in the first season back in the Champions League and just the second season of rebuilding Porto. The team must have seen some insane growth. We knocked out Bayern München 5-3 on aggregate. We knocked out Chelsea 6-3. And did we play in the playoff? No, we actually just went straight to the round of 16. So what a season it's been for Porto, winning the double and also reaching the Champions League semi-finals. And looking at this team, I have no idea how we have been this good. Yes, it's not really a big surprise that we are winning the Portuguese League or the Portuguese Cup, although I expected it to be a lot closer with Benfica and Sporting. However, the fact that this team almost won the Champions League or came to the Champions League final is absolutely insane. Yes, we have one of the best goalkeepers in the world with Costa, but a defense with 82 and 81 rated players only should not really be that good of a team. The 2 defense midfielders with Varela and Neves are quality, but Vieira also just 80 rated, Samu 83, so he isn't really world class either. Pepe is up to 84, which is decent, but Garnacho has grown very nicely, who is now up to 87. But yeah, this team, I have no idea how we've reached the Champions League semi-finals already. But I do think a big part of that is to Pepe's amazing season. 31 goals, 13 assists in 53 games. Garnacho as well, 23 goals and 9 assists from our Argentinian winger. Samu still not playing too much because of Dani Namauso, but he scored 21 goals. I got 3 assists in 37 games, which is better than last season. Namauso scored 9, but Ruben Neves 12 goals and 15 assists from the defensive midfield position is fantastic from him. Fabio Vieira, another poor season, but let's take a look at the other cams in the team. Sosa played 15 games, Mora played 24 games and got 8 goal contributions. So yeah, the attacking midfielders are all sharing the numbers. So I do think I actually will put Sosa on the transfer list. I think I will keep Vieira and Mora because I just like the pair of them. But I will probably go for a new attacking midfielder in the summer. And we have 70 million euros in the bank. However, I want to only bring in players that will guaranteed to improve our current squad, and therefore we will only sign one player. It will be an attacking midfielder, simply because Fabio Vieira hasn't really delivered what I was hoping he would do in this team. So yeah, I will only bring in an attacking midfielder ahead of season number 3. Our new attacking midfielder, it is a player that is set to join Porto in real life, and you probably know and can probably see who it is as well. It is of course Gabriel Veiga, who has joined Porto from Al Ahly for 50 million and Vasco Sousa. And yes, he is set to join Porto in real life, so I thought, why not bring him in? We needed a new attacking midfielder. He fits the age profile, and he also has decent overall and potential, and improves the squad as well. And the Porto team are starting to look very nicely. Costa is of course 90 rated, our first 90 rated player in the team. We need to see some more growth in the defense, but Cardona, I do think he will grow some more ratings. Same goes for Joao Mario, and I hope Perez will as well, because I know Otavio still has some ratings to reach until he's fulfilled his potential. The two defense midfielders are still quality. Samu, he's still growing pretty alright, so I hope he can now play a lot more than he has, because Namoso is just stealing his minutes for some reason. Pepe on the right has been absolutely immense. The same for Garnacho, who is now up to 87. I wouldn't be surprised if he reaches 90 rating this season. And of course, our new signing, Gabri? Yeah, I think it's Gabri, or is it? Yeah, Gabriel Veiga. I know that's his real name, but I think it's just known as Gabri Veiga. He's 24 years old, has decent stats, and is 82 rated, so hopefully he can go up to 84-85 by the end of the season. Let's see if we can win the third Liga Portugal in a row. And for the second year in a row, we have won the Taça Portuguesa. The Portuguese Cup has come back to Porto, but the league, however, we finished third place. But just a quick look, we won 3-0 against Sporting in the Portuguese Cup final, which we love to see. But yeah, we could not win 3 Portuguese league titles in a row. Sporting won this time, and it was a disappointing season by us, getting 6 losses. So yeah, not ideal that. However, we were just 4 points behind, so we were not far behind league winners Sporting, and also just 1 point behind Benfica, who finished second. So I'm sure we will take the league title back next year. And the Champions League was won by PSG. How far did we come this time? We barely got through to the playoff round, and in the playoff round we lost to Villarreal. So we can safely say it was a pretty lucky Champions League run last season. But the team is continuing to grow very nicely. Garnacho now up to 90, Pepe 87, Samus up to 86. Veiga has gone up 2 ratings in his debut season at Porto, now up to 84 rated. Ruben Neves, 30 years old but 89 rated, which is fantastic. Varela up to 86. Cardona is growing nicely, same with Joao Mario, both up to 84. Otavio and Perez have both gone up to 83 as well, so they have grown pretty alright, to be fair, so I will probably just stick with them for next season. And Diogo Costa up to 91. And let's take a quick look at the stats like we always do, because it's fun to see how our players have done it. Diogo Costa has... no way, he's had an injury, no way. We've played 49 games in all appearances, while Diogo Costa has played 35. We've had a nightmare. He has probably got an injury during this season, hence why he's also just gone up by 1 rating. That makes sense to why we have been so poor this season, because we used an outfield player for like 13-14 games this season. Well, this is probably why it's smart to have a backup goalkeeper, but from previous experiences, the backup goalkeepers play way too much ahead of the number 1 choice. So yeah, we wonder who have played as our goalkeeper. If I were to guess who is suited to be a goalkeeper in this team, I'd say this guy, Stefan Eustachio. Let's just pretend you were the goalkeeper. But yeah, Garnacho, 34 goals and 5 assists from him. Pepe, 20 goals, 16 assists. Sam is still struggling for game time, as Mr. Namoso is still playing. So yeah, Namoso mate, yeah, sorry about that. You're getting released. 3 seasons now where you are taking minutes away from our star striker Samu. So let's see if he can play a lot more next season and hopefully score a lot more goals as well. Ruben Neves, 9 goals and 6 assists. Fabio Vieira having his best season in terms of number once we signed Gabri Veiga. So he is also struggling for a game time, but he's gone up 2 ratings. And if Fabio Vieira plays instead of him, or Mr. Mora, isn't that, yes, Mora, I don't really mind. As long as one of them grow to a decent rating, which Veiga has done, I'll just stick with it. but I want Samu to be a key part of this project. I know I said I was probably going to just stick with my center back options, however, Nguyen Perez has reached his potential. He won't grow to 84 for over 100 weeks, so we will look to sell him and sign a new center back. Nguyen Perez has found himself a new club and he's leaving Porto to go to Juventus for 42.5 million euros. Here is our new center back for the Porto side. He fits the nationality or the language he speaks perfectly. We have a Brazilian South American core at the club, aka South Latin, whatever you are going to say, you know what I mean hopefully. It is of course Murillo from Nottingham Forest. He costed us 73 million. This is the Porto side going into season number 4, and we of course only signed one new player, and that is of course the centre back Murillo, who has got insane stats by the way. 86 pace, 85 defending and 84 physical, just 25 years old and at a rating of 85. And if things go as I planned, this will actually be the team that sticks with us for the rest of the rebuild, as I do believe everyone still has the potential to grow a couple of ratings, and everyone, maybe Pepe and Ruben Neves, will be on the older side, but hopefully we can win the Champions League with them, because I enjoy this team. It's a decent mix of real life Porto players such as Samu, Pepe, Veiga, with former players such as Ruben Neves, and fun, exciting, younger, talented players such as Murillo and Garnacho. So I like the way we have built up this team. Maybe we can even reach the Champions League final in the season number 4. We were of course very close in the second season, where we reached the semi-finals, but let's see if we at least can win the Portuguese league once again. I completely forgot that third place in the Portuguese league will get Europa League football. However, as we can see, we were in the Europa League and we won it, beating Ajax 4-3 on penalties. We went through in the league phase, we won against Fiorentina 6-3 in the round of 16. In the quarterfinals, we knocked out Arsenal, which is great to see, 4-3. And we also beat Twente in the semifinals, and then of course won versus Ajax in the final. The Champions League was won by PSG, but we are back as the Portuguese champions, winning with 2 points ahead of Sporting. And did we win the Portuguese Cup as well? We did not. Famalicão won that. We got knocked out by Benfica in the quarterfinals. And the team is continuing to grow at a very nice pace. Otavio seems to be stuck at the 84 rating. Maybe he was 83 at the start of the season. I hope so, that he hasn't stopped growing. Ruben Neves now up to 90 rated. Garnacho up to 93. Samu has gone up to 88. So we've seen some very nice growth in the team. Garnacho are still continuing to be an absolute world-class player. 38 goals, 15 assists from the left wing. Pepe on the right wing, 26 goals, 6 assists. Ruben Neves, 15 goals and 16 assists from the CDM position is just brilliant. Samu has played a bit more this season, but just 14 goals from our striker is not ideal. So I expect more from our striker, if I'm being honest. Gul here has managed to play 20 games, scored 6 goals. Joao Mauro, 6 goals from the right back spot. Cardona, 3 goals and 4 assists. And what about Gabri Veiga, 31 games, 2 goals and 0 assists, who have played as the attacking midfielder. Yeah, Vieira and Veiga are continuing to share the minutes. We will just continue to use the exactly same team as we currently have. As I said a couple of seasons ago, if it wasn't the last one, I can't even remember that. But I am a big fan of the team we have created. I like to keep a lot of original players, if that is a possibility in this rebuild. So therefore, I think this team deserves to get a few more chances at the Champions League. We saw last season that we are back to win the Portuguese League. We won the Europa League, knocking out solid teams like Arsenal, for example. So we definitely have the potential to win the Champions League as well with this team. Maybe it is this season, maybe it is in a couple of years, but I am sure we can win the Champions League with this Porto side. So let's get season number 5? I do believe it is. Let's get that simulated and see how it goes. Season number 5 sees Porto as the champions of Portugal once again, with just 1 single point more than Sporting had. So it doesn't matter how we win it. The most important thing in this rebuild is that we won the Liga Portugal once again. The Taça Portuguese was won by Braga beating Sporting. The Super Cup, we won the UEFA Super Cup beating PSG in that Super Cup final. The Champions League, however, PSG beat Man City. And how far did we come this time? We went out in the... I can't find us. Sure, we went through to the round of 16 and we lost in the round of 16 to PSG, but just 4-3 on aggregate. So we are getting closer in terms of, advancing. We aren't far away. With the fact we reached the semifinals in the first season back in the Champions League is just crazy. I thought we would just win it by season 3, but we are now going into season number 6, still yet to win the Champions League. Let's next year be the year we finally do it. Unless the squad is looking weak. How is the squad looking? It's not looking weak at all. All our attackers are 90 plus rated. The midfield with Varela 91, Neves 91 is looking very good. Veiga is the weakest in terms of rating at 86. The defense has grown nicely as well. And we of course probably have the best keeper in world football with a 93 rated Diogo Costa. Another season with Samu being a massive disappointed. 41 games, just 9 goals scored by a 90 rated striker and just 2 assists is not good. But Garnacho is just on another level. 39 goals, 15 assists from him. Pepe, 18 goals, 11 assists. And Ruben Neves, 22 goal contributions from our 91 rated CDM. But yes, Samu, what are you doing? I was so excited to use you. You were going to be the main man of this project. But instead, everyone around you are carrying you despite you being 90 rated. We will, of course, just stick with the same team. No need to look for any replacements. Pepe are still yet to go down in rating. And the same goes for Ruben Neves. Apart from that, everyone is under the age of 30. So no need to look for a replacement. I'm a big fan of the team. And let's see if we finally can win the Champions League in season number 6. In season number 6, Porto has finally reached the Champions League final. And we will take on Liverpool in the final. So it will be far from an easy final to win. Let's take a look at our journey to the Champions League final. We came 3rd in the league phase, which means we of course skip the playoff round. In the round of 16, we won 5-1 against Borussia Dortmund. In the quarterfinals, we beat Manchester City 6-3. In the semifinals, we took revenge on PSG after they knocked us out last season by winning 4-2 on aggregate, and we will of course take on Liverpool in the final. Did we win the Liga Portugal once again? Yes, we did, and we are back to absolutely destroying it, getting 87 points with just 3 losses and 3 draws, scoring 95 goals, which is very impressive. We unfortunately did not win the Taça Portuguesa. And apart from that, were we in the Super? No, we were not, because we of course were knocked out by PSG last season. Alejandro Garnacho is continuing to be absolutely insane for us. 28 goals, 20 assists by him. Pepe on the other wing is also absolutely massive. 26 goals, 12 assists from him. Joao Mario getting 12 goals and 5 assists from right back, which is very good. Samu is continuing to be very poor, considering he is 91 rated. What do you mean? 44 goals, 12 assists from a 91 rated striker is just not it. Gabri Veiga, 11 goals, 5 assists. Ruben Neves, 10 goals, 3 assists. Alan Varela getting 12 assists and 6 goals from CDM. And yeah, apart from that, Murillo getting 4 goal contributions from centre back. And this is of course the team that will play against Liverpool in the Champions League final. Diogo Costa in net, 94 rated. Joao Mario, 87 rated as the right back. The 2 centre backs, Otavio and Murillo, are forming a very good Brazilian duo. 86 rated Otavio and 89 rated Murillo. Cardona as the left back is 88 rated. Alan Varela, 92 rated, partnering Ruben Neves, the former Porto captain. I do believe he was the captain when he was like 18 at Porto, which is just mental. But he is now 92 rated. Gabri Veiga, 87 rated. Pepe on the right, 91 rated. Samu also 91 rated. And the best player in this save by far is Alejandro Garnacho, 95 rated. So let's go and beat Liverpool in the final and bring the Champions League trophy back to Porto. Liverpool in the attack. Burkhardt tries a long range shot, however our defenders are thankfully managing to block that. Garnacho is showing some skills here. Alejandro Garnacho, the number 7 of Porto. He tries the finesse early on, and it's a beautiful goal by Alejandro Garnacho, who sends Porto up in the lead after just 9 minutes. Can Garnacho do something similar here? He is just absolutely fantastic on the ball. However, this time Bruno Guimaraes knows exactly what Garnacho is trying to do, and Liverpool are now trying to get on the counter-attack. However, Murillo wins it, and now we can counter them back. Gabri Veiga here finds Garnacho on. No, he cannot. Upamecano blocks him. Liverpool on the attack here. Estupinan tries the shot, but it's wide for the goal. Gabri Veiga finds Pepe, who makes the run. Pepe tries across to Samu. It's a decent cross, but Samu can't get a proper header on it. But we got the ball here still. Alejandro Garnacho has already scored a beautiful goal, and it's almost another wonder goal by Alejandro Garnacho. And we can now go on a counter-attack. And if it's one person we want to have on it, it is Garnacho. Samu beats the offside trap. But with finishing like that, it's no wonder he has struggled in this Porto rebuild. Olise down the right. Olise against Murillo, who comes up top. It is, of course, our center back, Murillo. João Mario finds Gabri Veiga in the middle. Gabri Veiga, no one is going up to him, so he tries the shot. It's not the greatest of efforts by the Spanish attacking midfielder. However, it is enough to send Porto in a 2-0 lead. And we win the ball here. Maybe we can score another goal. It's Samu this time. He tries the shot, but Blankard in net saves it. Olise now trying to make some sort of counter-attack for Liverpool here. Michael Olise gets absolutely destroyed by Ruben Neves. That's the proper warrior we need in midfield. Michael Olise, can Liverpool get their first proper chance? They are yet to still have a good shot. But when you talk about it, Burkhardt makes a last hope for Liverpool to get something out of the Champions League final. Gakpo, can he score a last minute goal here or make something happen for Liverpool? Gakpo against João Mario. João Mario tries to tackle. It's a poor attempt. Gakpo keeps the ball. He looks for Olise in the middle. Cardona clears it, and that should be it. Porto are the champions of Europe. It's been a very successful Porto rebuild. We won lots of league titles, multiple cups, even a Europa League trophy, but here it is, the Champions League. But that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more, and I will talk to you guys next time.